angry, Aussie, 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 angry, Aussie, 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 angry.
Dance routine tune, and wondering if I remember how to do this. It's been like a week since I streamed. Feels like a long time for me. There's a weird growth on my orange that I want to chop off. That's much better. Not really, but I'm just being obsessive. It was weird. Anywho, Tuesday, look, and I think, look, for certain Christians, it looks like I'm trying to make myself a saint. It's fine. Hey, Justin, how are you doing? I am going to quickly make a video of pouring myself a clarified cocktail. New recipe, which I determined is best milk clarified cocktail ever. I did a little variation, and I haven't tasted it. So I need to do that. All right, so I'm going to do a GoPro slow-mo, but got to get rid of the frost on the ice. Get the torchy torch going. Please be paranoid I'm going to burn myself when I do this, because I'm a clumsy idiot. That looks all good to me. Put the torch back there. Kind of smells like butane in here now. Hey Greg, how you doing? Right, let's get this happening. Put this here. Just want a sexy slow-mo shot of my beautiful. Look at the urine sample. Look at that. Big bottle of pee. Oh, really does smell like butane here now. Oh God, I was just going to do it. All right. That's that. Now I just need to take a photo for the thumbnail. Need to charge this battery. Okay. And now we're going to do... Oh no! I even just said it out loud to myself. Take a photo for the thumbnail. Hey, Pat. Oh yeah, the split of the coalition is just a sideshow. It's meaningless. All right. All right. That's done. I am fine, Pat. I hope you are well too. Now, I'm going to get this out here. Oh, I forgot to bring the fucking camera in. Wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something, honestly. So, I am just going to go out and get my other camera. Hello, Hannah. How you doing? All right. Let's do this video. Hello, Home for the Elderly. Oh, there's another project. I will check that out soon. And Pat's been movie watching as well. Things to build up to. I am just going to do this talkie video. I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. This will take. That's my prediction. 5 or 10 minutes. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is my latest milk clarified cocktail, which must mean it's time for Milk Punch Monday. Hopefully I've planned this properly to actually go live on Monday. Not that I think it's that big a deal. I just like silly phrases and alliteration, Milk Monday. And yeah, it's the internet. And we're in different time zones. And who knows when you're watching this. But, you know, in spirit, I uploaded this on a Monday. So we'll just go with it. I'm quite keen to share this recipe with you because I genuinely think this may well be the best milk clarified cocktail I've ever made. I do have to confess it's not completely original, as in I was inspired by a cocktail I had when I was out, but I've tried to replicate it even though I didn't know the recipe. And I've come up with something that isn't the same, but it's so good. As a bit of background, a little while back, I had a weekend away with my partner, place about an hour and a half out of town in Healesville. It's most famous for an animal park, like a zoo, essentially, get your photo taken cuddling a koala. But for me, it's the home of the Four Pillars Distillery. Other people may go to the Yarra Valley for the wineries, and there are dozens of those. I go for the distilleries, and the biggest is Four Pillars. They started independent, but were bought out by one of the big brands, Asahi, I think, like $100 million. So, yeehaw, payday for the founders. And you can get their gins around the world. They do make very good gins, and they've got a great venue, and they make absolutely fantastic cocktails. And last time we went there, there were several milk clarified cocktails on the recipe, on the menu, I should say. But this one, or the one that inspired this, was the yummiest one. Their cocktail was called a Malteser Falcon. Bit of wordplay on the Maltese Falcon, and I love first stumble. Their cocktail was called the Malteser Falcon. A bit of wordplay on the old movie, The Maltese Falcon, and I love wordplay. And Maltesers are a very popular confectionery treat in Australia, possibly marketed under the same name around the world. There are very similar things in most places, I think. It's malted milk flavored center, coated in chocolate, little balls. And in my youth, it was closely associated with going to the movies. You get a box of Maltesers as a treat when you went to the movies. And there was a weird tradition of rolling Maltesers down the aisle, which I'm sure the staff hated. But that's a little memory from Gen X. In essence, this is meant to remind you of a Malteser, that chocolate, malt, vanilla flavors. and they listed their ingredients. The key things was one of their limited edition gins, which they called a croissant gin, and I think they actually infused some pastry into the distilling process, but it was a limited edition that was all sold out. So I never got to have a bottle of it. I just had it in a cocktail, and they were using amaretto and some other similar flavors in there. So that was enough info for me. It was experiment time. I went through a few iterations using different flavored gins and some different liqueurs. I even tried one with whiskey and gin split, and that was actually quite nice. It was a much stronger taste than the ones that are just gin. But this final one, I'm actually doing a little experiment. I feel like I got it more or less right. This one, I'm splitting it between gin and brandy, and I think that might bring some appropriate flavors in. There's also a range of liqueurs in here: a vanilla liqueur, liquor 43, amaretto, and a macadamia nut liqueur. So those are the sorts of flavors I think you should bring in if you're trying to make something like this yourself. You also try, chocolate liqueurs, creme de cacao. I think white creme de cacao rather than brown. But these are the sorts of flavors I think go together. All this talking, I have not tried this particular iteration, and so I'm hanging out to try it. Yep, this is a bit more subtle than the last one. I think this might be the best version of this yet. I'm going to show you how to make it. I made a big batch. You could make a single serve of this or a couple of serves. I'll talk ratios rather than actual measurements. In the description of the video, I'll put the measurements. I think it's easiest to communicate if, say, you're making a double of this. But I made much more than that. I have a bottle. I'm so glad it's yummy, and I have a whole bottle of it. But I'll show you how to make it. I did 2 parts of gin and 2 parts of brandy, then half a part of vanilla liqueur, half a part of amaretto, half a part of macadamia liqueur, 1 part of orange juice. For the clarifying, rather than milk, I actually used custard. So I added this. Here's another flavor bit that I did in this. Rather than using milk for the clarification, I used custard. My initial inspiration for this is I was in the supermarket and there was a nice custard that was on special. I thought I could use that for clarification and it would give it a bit more flavor than milk. And it does. It's awesome. So we went with the cocktail mix, adding to the custard in a ratio of 3 to 4 parts of your cocktail to 1 part of the custard. Give that a little stir as you add the cocktail so it all goes together, and then you just let that sit for as little as half an hour. You can leave it a bit longer if you want to see very clear separation happening. Then we pour that through a paper coffee filter to let it run through. And as I always remind people, it isn't the filter that does the clarification, it's the curds. And the curds have to settle to the bottom of the filter. And so that usually means what goes through first will be a little cloudy. So you'll have to run that through a second time, or potentially run the entire cocktail through more than once. When that's finished, all that's left to do is pour your beautiful clear cocktail over some sexy clear ice. I'm serving it in a rocks glass. You could have always stirred this and served this up, but I'm always going to take advantage of the sexy clear ice. You might notice I'm wearing a different shirt to when I made the whole concoction. Usually this takes a few hours. This actually, I had a bit of hassle with this, and I did have to do the whole thing more than once, and that takes hours and hours. So in other words, I made it on a different day, and I'm tasting it today. Up until this point, my favorite clarified cocktail had been a painkiller, which is essentially a pina colada that has orange juice. And because I always have orange juice, because I'm peeling oranges for garnish and then I want to use them up. That's why I chose orange juice. Although I also think orange juice is more subtle in a clarified cocktail than lemon or lime. I make them with lemon and lime juice all the time, but orange juice works a treat as well. And often when I do this, people are going, that seems like a huge effort. Look, it isn't difficult. It just can be time consuming, but sometimes you just get an absolutely incredible result. And I love this. Like, this is going on my absolute favorite lists. My partner agrees. She doesn't normally go all in for my cocktails. This one, though, she's just going like, we'll have one while we watch a movie on TV. Oh, I think I'll have another one now. It's that good. It's really addictive. It's not too sweet. The first iteration I made was too sweet. So you'll notice I didn't use sugar syrup in this, just the liqueurs for sweetening, and it works a treat. This is such a nice flavor. I recommend you try it. And like I said, I've done it with different flavored gins. I've done it with a split of gin and whiskey. This one, a split of gin and brandy. I thought this would hit the mark just about perfect, and I think it has. And although these are the liqueurs I used, you should improvise with what you have. I wanted those confectionery flavors, vanilla, amaretto, the nut flavors, and chocolate is a good element as well. But give it a go and either do the exact thing I did or improvise. I'm big on improvisation. I'm big on this cocktail. You should definitely try and make it. And definitely come back and see me sometime. I'll be doing some more. Hey, maybe another milk clarification sometime soon. Who knows? Depends what mood takes me. But I'm going to sit down and enjoy this because it's absolutely fantastic. Hope you're looking after yourself wherever you are, and I hope you look after people around you as well. And come back and see me so I make some more cocktails. But until I do see you again, I'll say cheers. There's a fucking plane flying over. I only just finished in time. The noise of the plane might get picked up with my last couple of words. But I'm not gonna make any more videos tonight. I wanted to taste this cocktail because although I lie regularly, regulars will know when I make cocktail videos, I'm often lying. I was not lying. I hadn't tasted this. And it's friggin' awesome. Hey, Rays, how you doing? All right, so... yeah, how's your noggin? Got punched in the head. Need to bring up the Discord. Okay. What's happening on the Discord? Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to... Hannah's crochet project. I need to share this. Although it's on the Discord, you can go and see it. Hello, Madam Butterfly. How are you? What light feels wrong? What are you saying there? Where are we? The Discord. I'll go down here so it's a bit bigger. It's a sunflower. Look at that. That's awesome. I love it. Am I streaming tonight? Yes, I am. Oh, so Pat, you said you'd seen the movie? I don't know. So, Ozpol landscape. It is pretty chaotic, definitely. Yes. Although the Nationals are just going to vote with the Liberals on anything. It's it's a farce. It's a sideshow. Oh, you got to steam it so the petals sit better. Nice. Attention to detail. Sewing some legs on something else. Why not? Oh, yeah. About 1 or 2 overnight. Last night and tonight. So there you go. Nice. Another project bank. Love it. Love seeing what everyone's up to. So, yeah, I don't see your movie review, Pat. You said you'd seen one. I tell you what, I got interested. They snuck it out. I didn't know they were working on another movie. The Raka Raka Boys, YouTube stars, who did the really quite good horror movie Talk to Me, have a new movie out, which is apparently doing quite well. Procrastinating. Okay, Home for the Elderly. I think there is a wicked extreme lag between you and me at the moment. Maybe not. I don't think the Conservatives are forward thinking enough to come up with a new party. I mean, maybe they split into 2 parties, the Conservative faction and the middle of the road faction, and then form a coalition again, which would just be stupid. But I do tend to think the Liberals are fucking stupid, so they might do that. Oh, yeah, the red thing. I don't know. Like, Thursday night, I think I just scratched myself in my sleep because it wasn't there on the Thursday night stream. But it was there when I woke up on Friday morning. And it's not fading quickly. Good news. Mum got let go for not voting because she was overseas. Nice. Yeah, you just have to say something. Yeah. Yeah, well, the Nationals are going on the crossbench, I think, not the backbench. Yeah, that's what I thought. You were way behind. Yeah. Yeah, bring her back. I really liked Talk to Me. And now they've got a new movie that is getting good buzz. And again, I'm just very parochial. YouTube has done good. I'm a big fan. And I did hang out with the Raka Raka crew one time. And they were quite agreeable to hang out with. Okay, Pat's dad. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, protection. Send it to Mrs. Angry. Someone's probably generation. And yes, the younger generations are the biggest voting bloc now. Well, it appears in Australia so far they're not. What we've seen, certainly in the US, was a quite freakish jag towards conservatism, particularly among young men. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. Yum. Oh, Home for the Elderly. Did you get in the ballot for the Starwood, by the way? Yes, that's what I was pointing out. Oh, no, because they didn't start their stuff till like after 9 o'clock, but because I'm not actually far from Parliament, and could hear sirens all over the place. And we looked out the windows and, man, look at all those fire engines. Ooh, funny story. What's happened? I know, young men voting for male privilege is a big shock. Sent you a code and it didn't work. You got to get onto their customer service. emailed them, gave you a temp code. Ooh, you just went to town. 2 bottles and a bottle of honeycomb. Nice. I got gifted a bottle of, well, it was more a trade. I was just giving some old Apple computers to a workmate because I just wanted them to have a good home. And unprompted, he gifted me a trade of a bottle of honeycomb, which was nice. And apparently, Biden has aggressive cancer. So, yeah, another reason he should have gone sooner. 1 to open, 1 to store. Well, I'm going to open this. I did go to the launch and the tasting, and it's yummy. For those who don't remember me talking about this, it's a special bottle thing started with it. And the thing is, this was distilled in 2019. So this is quite long aging for Starwood. They tend to age 2 to 3 years. So 6 years. This is quite long aging. And the base of this is actually a blend of what would be the base of brandy and the base of whiskey, and it's blended. So it doesn't have a name. It doesn't fit any category. So they've just called it Co-Ferment, Grape and Malt, Australian Spirit. There was a lot of people at the tasting. It wasn't absolutely packed, but there was a lot of tasting. Your Discord's not working. Oh, no. No, I did not. I think even Mrs. Angry didn't watch Eurovision Election. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, that is definitely the best clarified cocktail I've made. Oh, Justin, there's no may have. If, for instance, if he had serious cancer while he was president, there would have been a push straight away. Well, I think they can step aside temporarily and give executive power to the Veep. But I think there would have been some pressure on Biden to full on resign. Yes, mouthgasm. Yeah, it's a little bit vain to have one of my own creations be top 10 for the year, but this is top 2 top 2 milk clarification of all time. Yeah, 2 top 10, is it? Well, they're all potentials. I need to call them out when I need to call them out when I make them, so I remember looking back. You lost the Discord. Pat's scoring is a mystery for the ages. I wouldn't call Biden headstrong. I'd call him vain and egotistical. And really having pretty poor judgment. What is happening on the Discord? Why is it saying there are 4 prompts and I don't... Oh. Anyway, I'm going to stop obsessing. No, we do not leave the heater on overnight. It's on a timer. It's on in the evening when we're up, but it switches off when we go to bed. We just snuggle under the covers, and it comes on half an hour before we get up in the morning. Yes, vain and egotistical. When you think about it, anyone who just decides, you know what, I should hold the most powerful political office on the planet, they're not going to be short of ego. $2 shop outside work's clearly gone for US political balance. You can buy a hat that says Trump, toilet brush in the shape of Trump. Said, there you go. Novelties for everyone. Pat, okay. This is the invite code for the server, Pat. although you're already in it, so I don't know what this is going to do, but this is the invite code for the server. I'm going to finish this. So I'm going to taste this alongside some brandies, see which I prefer. Your brain stays. Is that just from work generally or from getting biffed? Okay, let's get some brandies out. You actually got a concussion. That fucking sucks, dude. Fuck the person that did that. All right. I am going to get some brandy. Well, I've got a brandy there. Let's bring that out too. Thursday night, I'm going to make a Sazerac with the coconut. All right. Another Australian brandy that I've bought for the best time. Apparently these people, they're from South Australia, St. Agnes, have been making brandy for 100 years. They're very well regarded. And I always thought they were cheapo shitto, but apparently not. French brandy. Is Bardenette French? Okay, that's a French brandy. So, assorted brandy, French brandy, Australian brandy, French brandy. Yeah, I think this is a French brandy too. XO. Checked out. So, how fancy am I? 3 French brandies. Okay, get some shot glasses. Not doing full shots, of course, just doing little tasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fucking Discord's going off. What's happening on Discord? Won't be at most venues. You got ID him good. Fuck that guy. All right. Oh, Pat went to see a Final Destination movie. 10 out of 10. Pat loves his horror. And I agree with Strictly Sega on the Discord. Pat, you should see Sinners. I want to know what you think of that. What's Mofo doing? Big Pat again. Okay. So what's fucked? If you'd been there since 4, it was 10. Cut him off, told him to finish drinks. They started to, yeah, and then, yeah, okay. He hasn't reviewed it, Safa. He's more into his horror, I think. Anyway, let's pour me some brandies. Along with the Starwood. All right. Couple of them are new bottles, so we've got to do the AS. Oh, these new wide neck Starwood bottles don't do glug glug. Let's see. No, they don't. That's a disappointment. But they use less glass, so they're better environmentally, both in production and transport. So, okay. French brandy. Oops, Jesus, that was a heavy pour. Didn't me? Actually, you know what? I'm going to pour some of it back in, quite honestly. Bit more back in. That'll do. That's a lighter colour. Now, some Agnes. which I've been meaning to try for a while. All right. This should do glug glug, make me feel better. That's more like it. Glug glug. St. Agnes, aged 3 years? No, 5 years. VSOP, very special old pale. 5-year aged brandy. Martell, Blue Swift. How long do they age this for? This is VSOP as well. So this is at least 5 years old. VSOP, VSOP, VSOP. So 6 year, 5 year, 5 year, 5 year, and XO, extra old, I think that's 10 year. It's funny. This is like a really 70s bottle, I think. All right. Brandy. All right. Okay. Brandy. Okay. Tough brandy. But again, my first taste of the Kofferment since Friday night. Gotta put your car in the mechanic. Oh, damn. You're mad at me for pouring it back in. It was too much. I'm having 5 samples. It's not like whiskey on the nose. It is much more grapey. Man, it is a really, really nice hybrid of whiskey and brandy. Smooth, is very warm going down. Lingering sort of caramel taste. Initially, it's very grapey. For me, yeah, lingering caramel on the palate. What I have, I had spaghetti and meatballs. It was light and easy. Kind of sounds tasty. I had spaghetti and meatballs, but it was microwave spaghetti and meatballs from Light and Easy. That's some good shit. Oh, look at this. Exciting news. New flavor in the mineral water. Strawberry and watermelon. I haven't tried it yet. Okay. Now, Bardenet French brandy. Ooh. So yeah, very different sort of sweetness to the Kofferment. It's pretty nice though. Now the one I've been very keen to try this St. Agnes because I thought it was like a cheap, shitty brand, and then a lot of people said no, it's good. So here we go. Well, that's really mellow. The Bardenet is much sweeter. But St. Agnes is very mellow. Your kitty is the best kitty to ever kitty. Since the night you could own Bailey episode. That's so cute. Would I be over 05? I don't think so. Might be a little bit close, actually. I certainly wouldn't try. All right. See, I usually don't drink these things straight. Martell. Yep, very like the other French one. Wait, St. Agnes. Okay. I'm going to try St. Agnes after that. The St. Agnes is a lot more subtle than those French brandies. See, that 10-year aged one is smoother. It's a bit more like the St. Agnes. Man, brandy's actually pretty nice. You think that's getting on your good side just to get in your will and isn't going to smother you in your sleep? Oh, yeah, I had a friggin' email from Telstra about that. Bill going up by $5 a month. Hannah, favor, real quick. Give me a crazed look. Legos. Oh, right. Okay. Lego Zoidbird hands like this again. Time for a screen grab. Coffee is, in our lifetime, probably going to cease to exist for all but the ultra rich, and chocolate too, for that matter. Climate change is going to destroy the global trade in coffee and chocolate. There'll be confectionery substitutes for chocolate, but actually chocolate made from cocoa will cease to exist. Hey, Shadow Cheerio and Twist. Hello, how you doing? All right, you know what? With all those tasting samples I made, I think I'll make a brandy old-fashioned. I'm keen to know how much. You get 2 ounces. Oh, I might have to pour in a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to have to pour in a bit more. Oh. All right, I think Barnet was the strongest flavour. I'm going to pour a bit more in there. All right. And all of that in there. And we want a bit of sugar syrup. There we go. Not that far off making some new sugar syrup, actually. Okay. And some bitters. This one. Alrighty. Fee Brothers Old-Fashioned Aromatic Bitters. That'll be enough of that. Knocked off one of my magnets. That's okay. But what have I got in the Discord? Sorry, that's why I had to do it. All right. Oh, dear. I love it. Me and my... Oh, that's a good face. That is a good face. me and the crab. And that's the little crab. Ah, wait, what happened? Why is it doing that? Anyway. Nice. Thanks, Hannah. That was fun. No. Oh, didn't Dr. Carl say that ice baths are a scam and it's all bullshit? Thank you. That was really good, Hannah. I like that. It's too late to make it the thumbnail of the stream because I'm on the stream. Maybe I'll make it the thumbnail for the next stream. Who knows? Anyway, brandy old fashioned. Oh, Uncle Carl's one of the best friend's uncles. Nice. See, I go early, so it's not that bad. By the time you get to 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, or 5:30 in the afternoon, the trains are fucking packed. Like same as pre-COVID, basically. F1 drivers use ice baths when it's hot. Okay, I didn't watch the video, but apparently, I don't know, they did some sort of assessment that said all the claims about ice baths are bullshit. You filling in for Toby, Celtic King? I like this one, all the different little glasses on it. Cocktail names. Anyway. Freaking yum. Ooh. Well, someone's got to fill the gaps, Arthur. I do have a bunch of his mail here. I think it's only fair that I save it to when he's actually on the stream. But we'll see how that goes. I changed one of the lights. I think it was a mistake. So I've got blue in the middle and red on one side, and I changed the other side to orange. I think that was a mistake. Maybe I should change it to purple. Pub dinner was nice. Oh, yeah. And Dr. Carl's single biggest thing is to be able to say, I don't know, or I was wrong. Okay, yeah, share it in Discord, definitely. Yeah, I think I should go purple. All right. Okay, so we're gonna let's do this. So I'm gonna have to switch one of them. So I've got a controller here. Where are we? Is this working? Okay. So if I go blue. Ooh, that's okay. It only changed one of them. That's interesting. Oh, now it's doing both of them. Purple. Now I'm going to have to turn one of them off because I want a different color. Maybe it should be green. Turn one off and make that one red. Wait, why are they both red? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. This is annoying. Let's try this again. Actually, I just had an idea. Okay. The remote does it. The phone changes both of them for some reason. And maybe I can change the middle one as well. It's already purple. Blue. I might leave them like that for now. All right. You only know him as Kay's uncle. Noise. Oh, I've listened to and watched heaps of stuff. I don't have brain fog. I get fucking tired. I get tired all the fucking time. All right. Okay, so I won't play it here because I don't want to get copyright pinged. But Rays did do a link to a Facebook video of Dr. Carl saying ice baths are a scam. So you can watch that at your leisure and see if you disagree with his conclusions or agree, you know. Still prefer whiskey old fashions. Brandy old fashioned is nice for variation. It's got a sort of sharper taste. But I'm definitely going to make a Sazerac. Safa, the short answer is no. The longer answer is also no. Whiskey has a specific legal definition, and it is a distilled spirit. Have people tried to do non-alcoholic alternatives to whiskey? Yes. Have they succeeded at all? No. Every review I've seen of non-alcoholic malt spirits is this may or may not suck in its own right, but it absolutely does not taste anything like whiskey. It's Titanic was the ultimate ice bath. It really was. The tasting, the Starwood Distillery is in Port Melbourne. So I was in the city with workmates. We were doing a farewell to someone who was leaving our team. I took in a bottled clarified cocktail, which is a version of this one, and people friggin' loved it. Like they were really into it. And then I took the 109 tram to Port Melbourne. And in fact, the easiest way to get home, there were buses sort of connecting my part of the world. No, fuck that. The least hassle was to go back to the 109 tram, go back into the city, then get on the correct train line and go home. And of course, I go in the city on a Friday night, 30 cocktail bars. I couldn't resist. I had to have one. Marvel Stadium's not in Port Melbourne. It's in Docklands, which is Melbourne CBD. Across the water from Docklands is Port Melbourne. No, it's nowhere near Marvel. Oh, I see why Home for the Old. No, Marvel is not in Port Melbourne. Marvel Stadium is in the Melbourne CBD, Docklands. Very, very long way away. You miss walking the city at night, Vice and Energy. Oh, yeah, it is cool. Hate Perth. Walk around Melbourne. Oh, I really enjoy Melbourne. And I was pretty restrained. And I went to one bar in the city, one called Arlequin, which I hadn't been to for literally years because they're always closed when I wanted to go there. And I got a bolognese jaffle, which was yummy, and a cocktail, which was kind of a variation on a Manhattan. And it was fucking amazing. And it was smoked. And I want to try recreating it. So on Thursday or Friday night, I'm going to try and recreate this cocktail. It was friggin' awesome. Used to walk from St Kilda Beach to Port Melbourne. Oh, Rex Hunt's Fish and Chips. Yeah. The people in the neighbouring apartment blocks tried to complain about it, saying it attracted seagulls. And Rex Hunt's going, oh, what? There's seagulls near the sea? Fuck me. Who knew? Are you sick? No good if you're sick, mate. Was the bar packed? There were a lot of people in there. There were vacant tables because I was by myself. I just sat at the bar. It was great. The bar staff, they weren't wankers. They were very nice. But they were doing this thing where they're very precise when they make drinks. And maybe it was just because there was this tall, really lean guy, and he just looked really precise when he did it. I'm going to smoke those wood chips. Going to put the glass over them. I'm going to do this. This goes in here. This a shake, and pouring it in the glass. Doing that, arranging it, and we're doing an absinthe sprint, and I'm going to be exactly the right distance away and go spritz with the absinthe. Staff there were great, actually. They weren't muscly. He was tall. But he seemed kind of lean. But I think you do get some pretty, you get all sorts in the bar, but you do get some buff ones because, they're lifting shit and they're shaking shit. But you get all shapes and sizes behind bars. Are you cold, Pat? Am I supposed to psychically work out if you're cold? Do you have a cold? I swear to fuck. Okay, I don't know if it's just the cold weather change this morning. I could not stop sneezing this morning. Like, I was a bit congested. My nose was a bit runny, and that was irritating my nose. And I could not fucking stop sneezing. On the train, on the way in, I must have sneezed a dozen times. Work, it stayed up for a while. Then by lunchtime, I was feeling really run down. And I just said to everyone, you know what? I may or may not be coming down with something. I think as a safety move, I'm going home. And they went, yeah, get away from us, you potentially sick motherfucker. Okay. Time for the third big moment of the night. First big moment, tasting that version of my clarified cocktail, which was friggin' awesome. Second big moment, opening the co-ferment and doing a brandy taste comparison. Short version of my brandy taste comparison. They're all yummy in different ways. And the St. Agnes is pretty mild. I like it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I want to compare the batches. Okay, I'm going to drink my mineral water. So, yes, you think Pat's cold? Patty's cold. Yeah. You in the shed, mate? It's going to be fucking cold in the shed. What are they predicting the next couple of days here? Because they were saying it was going to be, even in the fucking city, it's going to be as low as 1. They revised it. They're saying it's 3 overnight now. The other day they were saying 1. And they were like, no, we're a bit crazy. But I reckon in the outer suburbs and in the country, they'll get sub-zero. You want a business job. So tired of broad. Okay. You know what? Okay, I'm just going to talk about my path in business jobs. Customer service is where to start. That's where I started. Like answering phones, like not doing sales shit. That fucking sucks. But customer service, working in a call center, as fucked as that sounds, can be really enjoyable. And that's where I started in corporate world. I was doing it part-time for ages. And then I got employed to be a team leader. And dude, you're a natural leader. You get that. But yeah, if you really want to do it, customer service. And just fucking, if you go through job interviews, just emphasize how well you've learned to work with people and deal with people in bouncing. It could fucking work for you, man. I reckon you'd be good at it. Everyone's losing their shit because I'm in the public service about cutting jobs. So yeah, the first thing they're going to do is not renew any fixed term contracts. Okay, this is weird. So I'm looking at the Bureau app. They're saying it's now 6, feels like 5. Overnight minimum of 3. Oh, it's the feels like. Yeah. They're saying, holy shit. And it's coldest. Okay. They're contradicting themselves. They're saying it's going to be 0 just about when I fucking wake up tomorrow, 7 a.m. and is going to feel like -3. Shite. Or is 7 not overnight? Because they're saying it's 3 at 3 a.m. and it's just going to keep getting colder. Be 0 at 7. Just when I'm getting up, man, the fucking heater better come on. That's all I can say. But yeah, they're saying it's going to be 20 on the weekend, but raining. We need rain. I can't complain about rain. And I can't complain about cold. It's fucking winter. We're getting there. Yeah, keep it in mind, man. That's literally where I started, in customer service. Yeah, humidity when it's cold feels colder, and wind definitely makes it feel colder. All right, big moment. Tasting strawberry and watermelon mineral water. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's no lemon lime, but you know, I got another mixer alternative. So, okay, this is the weird thing because I bought up a 10-pack of this because it was half price. I don't really like watermelon as a flavor. Jesus Christ, I've got some weird fucking reactions in here. Good fucking God. Oh God, I am old. I remember when we just did text-based emoticons, or if you were really clever, you knew how to use ASCII to create little images. Emojis are weird or lazy. Anyway, lurking, that's a good lurk. Yeah, I don't know. It's they just sell those in 10 packs. I think. Is it a 10 pack? Yeah, it's a 10 pack. There's a 10 pack of the lemon lime just there. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just to have variety, but lemon lime remains my undisputed favorite. Ah, goodness. Gracious me. Yeah, the supermarkets for some reason like doing 10 packs of soft drinks. Hannah to Dr. Abigail. Hot take. Oh, yes. If you've missed it, Dr. Abigail, pictures and or video of the sunflower and crab crochet. Not a fan of the crab's legs. Suitably ridiculous with wonky legs. I like him. I'm a fan of the crab, I have to admit. Lunch today. Well, I didn't do lunch till I got home and I had a lasagna. Again, just microwaving my shit. Yeah, I think it probably is a fridge thing. Yeah. I was kind of tempted to go down because I reckon they were probably making super angry speeches on the steps of Parliament. But I didn't. Just like we had an hour or two of just hearing sirens because there were dozens of fire trucks. Like when I first heard them, I thought I was just hearing a couple of fire engines or whatever. And I thought, oh, something's happening in the city. And then someone was at the window going, oh, yeah, something is happening. So I went and checked it out. I was like, oh, yeah, there is a bunch of these. There was a period like between 9 and 10:30 would have been a really shit time to try and drive through the city today. So crabs for your friend's desk because running crab joke. Nice. Would you rather sweat gravy or have crab hands? That is a good philosophical question. You're up to season 4 of The Rookie. Yeah, I keep trying to convince Mrs. Angry to watch The Rookie because I watched some clips on YouTube and really enjoyed it. And I'm a Nathan Fillion fan. And I think Mrs. Angry would enjoy it if I got her into it. But even if I don't, I'll probably watch it myself because there's lots of times I'm watching stuff she's not watching. Speaking of things I'm watching myself, Mobland on Prime. Fuck me, that's getting intense. Is up to episode 7. I don't know how many episodes they're doing. 8 or 10 is common. It's conceivable they could finish it in one more episode. It's getting fucking intense, though. Yeah, the clips I've seen of The Rookie were really good. Yeah, we've seen Nathan Fillion. Obviously, Firefly. He was in the last season of Buffy. He was a supporting character in Santa Clarita Diet, which is an underrated Netflix show that unfortunately got cancelled too soon. It was like 3 seasons. They didn't really finish the story, but it was a good show. Spent yesterday binge watching Black Knight, post-apocalyptic Mad Max style show about delivery drivers running in. I think I've heard of that one. Delivery drivers doing an underground resistance. So with Mrs. Angry, we started watching an animation on Prime called, or it might be Paramount Plus because I've got that on Prime. It's called Number One Happy USA Family. It's an animation and it's kind of like a memoir. This guy remembering he was like a teenager, 12 or 13, and he's an Egyptian Muslim, and he's living in New Jersey when 9/11 happens. So the show opens on September 10th and does some setup. And then his family is all at the airport doing something really chaotic on September 11th. And so the whole thing is his dad freaks out and doesn't want anyone to suspect the family doing terrible things. It's kind of fun. So Black Knight's worth a watch, about 6 episodes. There you go. Oh, no. It's actually stylistically, it's completely unique. And it is very memoir-like because the central character is this 12, 13-year-old called Rami, and the creator's name's Rami. So it's pretty good. When did you fall off the chair? Made you fall off the chair? Oh, the GarageBand bit. Okay, funniest bit in the whole series. Hey, Celtic King, how you doing? Broadly, I like Dan Harmon. Yes. I like Community. I like Rick and Morty. I've liked most of his podcasts that I've heard. Oh, dude, yeah, no, you do need to rest. Yeah, dude, fucking concussion is no fucking joke, man. You absolutely need to take care of yourself. Oh, is that a Dan Harmon show? Okay. I have seen Crapopolis. It's just had a second season, hasn't it? Okay, I'm going to have to watch it now. I didn't know that was a Dan Harmon show. I did see it. Yeah, okay. I'll probably check it out this week or weekend. Working from home the next few days. Might watch it in my lunch break. Yeah, second season just started. Okay. I might check it out. Ah, dear. So, yeah. It's a whole thing. Okay. But have Matt Groening did the fairy tale show. Okay, so Matt Groening's fairy tale show, which Australian rapper Briggs was in the writer's room for, which is absolutely surreal. Disenchanted. It's a beautifully animated show, and it's quite well written, but I didn't find it funny. Like, I thought the characters were good, as beautifully animated. It was well written, but it's like, it's just not funny. So yeah, it's different, but it's got a humor style. Yeah. Yeah, I think Matt Groening probably made a fucking packet from Netflix doing Disenchanted. Oh, Celtic, now you're here, brother. I got a bunch of your mail. Yeah, Futurama, orders of magnitude better than Disenchanted. Like, funnier, more engaging. Oh, got a whole bunch of Celtic mail. Look at look at that. Look at that. Been saving it. All right. So this one. Also, it's funny, like when you randomly place the stamp, it doesn't get canceled. Like, technically, if I wanted to send things, I could probably reuse that stamp. Maybe I should keep it. Mail bag. We got mail. We got mail. Ooh, what's this one? It's just a card in this one. It's, oh, they're trying to cash in on Anzac Day. Okay, fucking low contrast shit. Where's my phone? I need the fucking, they do this fucking low contrast shit. My sad old eyes. That's there. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm not Tim Smith, but I'm definitely a bit Derek. So, Dr. Abigail, you think Hannah's crab is fine? Simple, focus on the. What did I say? Yeah. Yeah, I think it was good. Yeah, the crab eyes were great, weren't they? Okay. What sus shit are they doing about Anzac Day? Good to remember sacrifices. Oh yeah, of course, they're just going straight into, you know who else sacrificed? Jesus. All right. This is another one where they didn't cancel the stamp, so I could theoretically reuse it. All right, so Honey's saying the legs are based on the pattern, but you're not a fan. Thanks, Kilt. Suffer already stood in for you to say he liked the shirt because we weren't sure if you were joining. Tried him with a smile. He looked high, so he gave him a disgruntled look. Nice. Well, I don't send things, Safa, so it's only theoretical that I could do that. What's this one? What's the most stolen book of all time? I assume they're going to say the Bible. The book that says thou shalt not steal. Not only is it the most stolen book, it's the most sold. Not on the New York Times bestseller list because it'll always be first. All right. Okay, there's something else in this one. Let's have a look. How do you even validate most stolen? Ooh, a little pamphlet. What are they trying to get me to do? Oh, God. Okay. Too late for the election. Kate Desarnolds. Fun name, Desarnolds. Okay, his little handwritten note from Celtic, given these when you went to vote. Great name, Desarnolds. Okay. 'Cause, 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 So who did they say? Their second preference was Greens? Okay. Third was Labour? Okay, they seem okay. Fourth was Liberal? Okay, so they don't want to go for the fringe ones. Legalize cannabis, family first, one nation, trumpet. Okay. I'm on board with Kate. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm on board with Kate. Okay, what's in this one? Okay, so those cards are all in ATMs and payphones, so you take them. Fair enough. I should send you a bunch of Angry Aussie cards and you can replace them, Celtic. Okay, that's the Liberal one that Celtic got handed out. Oh, this one seems pretty flimsy. What's in this? Wouldn't be Celtic mail without a docket where he's getting his iced coffee. Oh, and deodorant. Nice to know you're getting deodorant, brother. All right. Oh, there's a bit more in this one. Oh, no. I'm holding two. That's why it felt like a bit more. Damn. Yeah, okay. I will send you. I had your address somewhere. Maybe you should message your address, and I'll send you like 100 angry cards. And you can just place them around. Oh, God, who's this? Building Australia's future. Oh, that's okay. So that's the Labor how to vote card. Get rid of the iced coffee smell somehow. All right. Okay. What's in this one? What's in this one? That's another Labor one. You got two different Labor ones? Okay. What's next? Oh, I keep picking up two of them. There are so many of these, Celtic. All right. What's in this one? Another one of the cards. That's nice. I love that you send them to me in separate envelopes. The same single card in separate envelopes. Okay. What's in this one? I don't think Celtic Postal voted if he got handed all these things. Oh, God, this has got your address on it. So I can send you some cards from Amazing Facts, Oceania. I want to thank you, faithful viewers who watch Amazing Facts on 9Gem. Your hunger for truth and dedication for studying God's word is inspirational. Okay, I have to save this because I'm going to send you a shit ton. You know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to reclaim one of the stamps on here that didn't get cancelled and send you a shit ton of Angry Aussie cards. Maybe I'll send you 2 envelopes full. That's the Anzac Day one again. Got 3 of that now. Hope the elderly got a democracy bagel. I did get a democracy sausage. Okay, what the fuck is this? Meet the Fockers. Is this from a DVD? Win with 1-800-REVERSE and Meet the Fockers. You could win a Sharp Handycam. Oh my God, how fucking old is this? That's incredible. That is really incredible. My God. I know. When did Meet the Fockers actually come out? Was it as long ago as 2004? It's more than 10 years ago, I think. Put a layer of glue over a stamp. Postal mark, wash right off. Make it a thing. Well, I don't do, because Celtic just put the stamps in weird positions on the envelopes and they didn't get cancelled. So I should be able to reuse them. Well, what's this one? Fold it up. It's a mystery. I have to unfold the mystery. Yeah, that was from a DVD from the op shop. That's a real... Wow, that was literally 2004. Holy shit. Yeah, 2004. There you go. God damn, 20-year-old competition for a 20-year-old handicap. Oh, yeah, that's this Tomorrow's World thing. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. I get that sometimes. What's this? Donation. Oh, yeah, good. Good to know. Good to know how to give them my credit card details. I'll file that somewhere important. Yes, Home for the Elderly is just going off memory for two. Fig jam. I still have some of my fig jam cocktail. Not going to drink that tonight. But on Friday night, it's a big Friday night is barrel night. The New Make Rye and the Ned whiskey will have hit the 3-month mark in the barrel. I want to taste them because it might be worth taking them out. What do we got? Got a little letter. Dear friend, thank you for subscribing. Right, our daily bread. Good. Okay, last one from this batch, Toby. Okay, last one's a docket. Oh, from EB. What did you get from EB? Hitman World Assassination, a Darth Vader soup bowl, and a paper bag. Darth Vader soup bowl? Fucking awesome. God damn. I want a Darth Vader soup bowl. Red. This is the weird thing. Red Dead Redemption 2 is so cheap. The remaster of Red Dead is not so much. I started playing it on the PlayStation, and the controller shits me up the fucking wall. I got so used to doing it on a PC and using mouse and keyboard. Trying to use a PlayStation controller shit me right up the way. Yeah, the soup bowl. Of course it's awesome. Darth Vader soup bowl? My God. Of course it's awesome. I thought that was going to be another iced coffee docket until I saw it was from EB. Nice. Hitman game and Darth Vader soup bowl. Okay, how much was the soup bowl? Hitman World Assassination was $57. Darth Vader soup bowl, $15. That is a bargain at twice the price. I know, very, very left field. Yeah, oh my God. If you choke on your soup, is that Vader force choking you? My God. Yeah, so we, speaking of Vader force choking people, we just finished watching season 2 of Andor, and on the weekend, because we were so in the mood, we rewatched Rogue One. Still a fucking awesome movie. Yeah, you got the discount. Nice. Yes. That's where you go. Or hot. When it's really hot, so the soup is hot with this one. Oh, yeah, no spoilers, but if you have any interest in Andor and you haven't watched it all yet, watch it because you won't be able to avoid spoilers. And it was friggin' awesome. It was so good. And it's funny, even though they've said they're not going to do any more Andor, they easily could. There's lots of scope. And personally, I'll be amazed if they don't do anything with Saw Gerrera. Honey, you watched all of Andor? Yeah, you want to do it. There's too many spoilers. Because there's so much There's so much with Saw Gerrera. Oh God, I'm blanking on the actor's name, but like he's a legend. He's got like a 40-year career. But of course, the character of Saw Gerrera is in one of the animations, either Clone Wars or Rebels. Probably Rebels, actually. You're going to watch Andor in 4K. I mean, yeah, that would be good. Oh, another edition for the Darth Vader soup bowl. I find your lack of croutons disturbing. Yeah, because Andor kept doing 1 year time jumps. You could do like, well, what happened in the intervening year? So it remains to be seen. Like I said, the creator said he's not doing any more Andor, but he very easily could. You watch me in 4K. What a disturbing idea, honestly. That is true. Disney are not releasing Blu-rays unless they change their mind. Is what a spoiler. Talking about time. I'm just saying there are gaps. There are things. You're just really leaning into the soup bowl. Hopefully, you don't know the power of the broth side. Okay, so they did release Mandalorian on disc. Okay, there you go. No, I mean, seriously, you haven't watched any. Okay, it's not my fucking fault. At this point, if you have an intention of watching Andor, it's on you if it gets spoiled to fuck, because there are limits when it's something that's that good and is going to have that big an impact on pop culture. If you don't watch it, it's going to get spoiled. But yeah, no, I don't believe it's a spoiler to just say they do time jumps, because it starts 4 years before the events of Rogue One and the original Star Wars movie. It's just fucking incredible. And think, season 1 was kick-ass and amazing. Season 2, totally different and still kick-ass and amazing. If Han Solo had a bowl, excuse me, there's a fuzzball in my soup. Womp womp. Probably excess hair, probably a real problem with Chewbacca, honestly. Okay, so Disney do release stuff in steelbooks and the like. There you go. It will probably be a little while before Andor Season 2 is released on disc. Although I don't know shit about Disney's plans, so I don't put too much faith in anything I randomly say. Okay. I don't hate this. I'm just going to throw in another review. Don't hate this strawberry and watermelon mineral water. Not a huge fan, though. Lemon and lime is still king. But it's good. Now, I've got a whole bunch of different mixes that could come in handy for different things. Like this would actually, strawberry watermelon, probably be a good mixer with rum, quite honestly. Do a highball. Something like that. Here's the funny thing about, streaming the Neo True Load to DVD. In the early days of like home video release, like 80s and 90s particularly, and really into the 2000s, Disney deliberately released less copies for home than they knew they could sell, because they had this thing of they didn't want to cheapen the Disney brand. They didn't want to see stuff in a sale bin. So they deliberately limited how many copies were released for home use, so they would sell out, and then it would be impossible to get. And the people who were in charge of the decisions at that point said that was a good thing. Subsequently, like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, someone went, that's a dumb fucking idea. Let's make as much money as possible. And they release shit heaps. And you do see Disney stuff in sale bins now. I don't know if they hated old home video, but they were worried it was cheapening them. Yeah, home video, after it completely sold out, they wouldn't re-release it for 5 or 6 years. But yeah, so whoever was in charge at Disney in like the 90s had this thing of, we are a premium brand and we need to preserve that premium nature. Our stuff should never appear in sale bins. People should be desperately trying to get stuff they can't get. But then someone else down the line went, fuck me, let's just make as much money as possible. Well, that was the thing. I remember I was watching a video of someone talking about history, like in the first 3/4, or 2/3 of the 20th century, if you didn't see a movie when it came to the cinema in your town, you were just not seeing it, because it would be there for, and then it would be gone. And there was no repeat screenings, and it wasn't on TV, and it just didn't happen. So if you didn't see a movie when it came to your town, you just didn't see that movie. Whereas once you got to the 70s, stuff would get re-released and it would go to drive-ins and whatnot. In the 80s, home video. But certainly prior to the 60s, if you didn't see the movie when it came to your town, you just didn't see it. Oh God, Song of the South on Laserdisc. The racist pro-Confederate Disney movie. Only in Japan. Oh, I bet Disney Laserdiscs are worth a bit, actually. Okay, here's the thing. Waiting for it to come on TV, because that also changed too. Because again, I'm old. The movies that used to be on TV in the 70s and into the 80s were like old as fuck. They weren't recent releases. Like, the cycle, even pre-internet, we had the thing, stuff would come out on disc 6 to 12 months after it was in the cinema, and then it would take another year for it to come out on broadcast TV. When I were young, 70s and 80s, all the movies on TV were 10, 20 years old. Like, I literally remember when Star Wars was first released on home video, which was 10 fucking years after it was in the cinemas. It was a long time after it was in cinemas. I remember seeing an ad in the paper, like when they were selling the home videos of Star Wars. There's a picture of like this really old guy, and the caption was, "This is the kid who waited for Star Wars to be shown on TV." Because in the 70s and early 80s, that was real. Movies on TV were 10, 20 years old. Not like now. Like, it's like stuff will be on pay-per-view streaming now a month after it was in the cinemas, and it'll be on disc or free on streaming a year after it was in the cinemas. But this thing, damn. So, Home for the Elderly, Disney on VHS being very expensive, like Beanie Babies. Yeah, that was supposed to be a collectible thing. In 05, Disney diamond tapes worth a fortune. Everyone looked in their shed, found a coffin, the price dropped because they started listening. Yeah. Yeah, well, Disney wanted their home videos to be sought after, not easy to get. But, media and media distribution just keeps changing. And that's the world we live in. Nothing's permanent but change. If you have the Little Mermaid Laserdisc with a penis on the cover, I remember some reference to that. And let's see if I get a criminal file. If I just search on Little Mermaid penis. I found Little Mermaid VHS with a rare penis. Okay. Let's see if I can get a large image of it. Okay, I'm trying to find. Okay, will I bother? It's basically in the picture, the way the castle's done in the background on the. Look, I will. This is probably not going to show up that well. It's really dodgy, but basically, the picture on the cover. Oh wow, what the fuck? I clicked on the wrong thing. The picture on the cover had the castle in the background, and when you looked, part of the column really looked like an erect penis. And then when everyone said, hey, look, there's a dick on the cover, they removed it in later releases. Looking on Discord. Well, okay, you know what? Where are we? Okay. So when I see this, so there's the Little Mermaid. When I zoom in, it is a little difficult to feel like that golden dick right in the middle wasn't on purpose, that some cheeky Disney artist put it there for a fucking laugh. It's a little bit difficult to think it's not on purpose. Yeah, it's right literally in the fucking middle. It is super fucking obvious. The priest in the movie had an erection. All right, another picture to look at here. So Little Mermaid. So yeah, zoom in, and there's one version, very low res. There's a weird bulge in that character's crotch, and in a later version, it's gone. Kirsten's just sending me messages about whiskey clubs. Okay. Lion King had sex in the stars. Well, like legit, I've seen these stuff that is animated porn from the mid 20th century that was done by Disney animators. And it's just like, that was hand drawn animated porn. These guys, just in their spare time, decided they were going to do porn of, like, you know, the seven dwarves fucking Snow White. Just for a fucking laugh, like stuff that would have taken them hundreds of hours to do because it was hand-drawn cell animation, but it was porn. And it was like, wow. Some people just really want to make porn, basically. Like, even these days, doing it with computer animation is a fair bit of work. But hand-drawn cell animation porn, holy shit. No, I like saw them on a website years ago. Like, one of my old YouTube friends like posted it on Twitter, like, well, you know, I saw Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs porn, now you have to as well. And of course, because Disney's live action Snow White come out, of course, someone in Pornland is doing porn in Snow White costumes. The website, yes, it was XNXX, which is a very interesting name for a porn site. But yes, I do remember it. Because it's like, okay, I haven't done this for most visited websites. Everyone assumes it's porn, and it isn't. But let's go most visited websites. Also, people assume Pornhub is the most visited porn site. Okay, Wikipedia as of April 2025. Google is number 1. YouTube is number 2. Facebook's number 3. Instagram's number 4. ChatGPT, number 5. Twitter, number 6. WhatsApp, Wikipedia, Reddit, Yahoo. Oh, wait, have they cut the porn out? Yeah, I think they're just not mentioning porn on Wikipedia. SimilarWeb. Google, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, okay. I don't believe. Oh, no. Okay. Pornhub is number 19, which is not a bad achievement. So, okay, we go top sites: Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, ChatGPT, Twitter, WhatsApp, Wikipedia, Reddit, Yahoo, Yandex, a Russian site, TikTok, Amazon, Baidu, Bet, a gambling site, Microsoft Online, LinkedIn, Pornhub 19, Netflix 20, Naver.com, news and media, never heard of it, Live.com, dzen.ru, Russian site, Office.com, Bing, Temu, Pinterest, Billy, animation and comics. Oh, there you go. X videos. X videos used to rate higher than Pornhub. Now they're lower. They're 29. Microsoft.com, Twitch, X Hamster. Okay, now we're getting into porn sites. That's another porn site. VK.com, mail.ru, news.yahoo.co Japan, sharepoint.com, fandom.com, globo.com, canva.com, weather.com, Samsung, t.me, DuckDuckGo, OpenAI, XNXX. There you go. They're 45th now. So there's, what, 4, 5 porn sites in the top 50. There you go. Porn is not the most visited thing on the websites. Topless women and the rescuers. Okay. Uh, I don't even know if it's still in the site, Celtic. Like Disney lawyers might have had it taken down. This was, Christ, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago that someone linked it. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm just gonna tell Kirsten I don't have it. I am not on Overeem's mailing list. I get a lot of booze emails, but not that particular one. Wait, why is YouFoods telling me time's running out? Next week, it's not running out. I've got till Friday. Stop hassling me, motherfuckers. All right, all right, all right. Would not all surprise me if Disney did really ruthless copyright purges. Because they can't copyright Snow White because it's a public domain story. But their Seven Dwarves, they invented, Doc, Sneezy, Grumpy, Sleepy, etc. So if you put those characters in, they can claim. But yeah, still porn parodies and whatnot are a hoot. What's that you put in there? Strict Sega box office game. Guess the top 5 movies for a given weekend. A weekend? Jesus. Oh God. No, how the fuck do you work that out? I don't know when fucking movies came out. God damn, no. Wait, who dinged me? Dr. Abigail texting me, reminding me that YouFoods told me time's running out. I'm not that hardcore a movie geek for the elderly that I could do that. No, I bet you could. I absolutely bet you could. Yeah, I thought that was going to be from Mrs. Angry, but it was actually Dr. Abigail trolling me. Yeah, another one. Okay. What's the which gets Googled more, higher, lower? This kind of sounds good. Okay. This could be just the last 10 minutes. We could play this game. Click on classic. Okay. Let's do this. Higher, lower. Okay, it's looking disturbingly like porn. Do classic. Okay. Threesome has 550,000 monthly service. Pythagoras. I'm going to say Pythagoras is lower than threesome. Yes, I was right. Still 200,000 searches. Kyle Field. I don't know what Kyle Field has. So I'm going to say lower again. Yes, much lower. Okay. Aaron Swartz. I reckon Aaron Swartz, the internet's own boy, is getting more searches than Kyle Field. Yes, much more. Okay, I'm on a roll. Oh, he's going to be NASA's going to be much higher than Aaron Swartz. Yeah, way higher. Water pollution is going to be lower than NASA. Yep, much lower. Geez, I'm on a fucking roll. Stalking. Jesus, fuck. I'm going to bet that's higher than water pollution. Yep. Yeah, I'm on a goddamn roll. Water polo. Okay, renew my faith in human nature. I'm hoping water polo gets more searches than stalking. No, less than a tenth. Jesus. Okay. It just went blank. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, okay. It's the same one. Pythagoras is lower. Yeah. Kyle Field is lower. Crystal meth, I'm going to say is higher. Yeah. Lost, I'm going to say is higher. Yeah. Terry Henry, he's a sports bull. I'm going to say lower. Yeah, I was right. Tom Brady, higher. Yes, much higher. Egypt, I'm going to say higher still. And I was fucking wrong. Damn. All right, I'm going to try it once more. Or maybe more than once more. Who knows? Threesome Pythagoras is lower. Yeah. Get the same ones. Kyle Field is lower. Okay. Babe Ruth, I'm going to say, is higher. Yes, much higher. Oh, God. That's old school internet. I'm going to say lower for stumble upon. Oh, it's the same. Carpenter, I'm going to say higher. Yes, just. Okay. Oh, Kim Kardashian, way higher. Zorbing is way lower. Okay, that was a couple of easy ones. Carolina Panthers, I'm going to say, is higher. Yes. Okay, new high score. Doctor Strange, I'm going to say lower. And I was wrong. Damn. More games. Yeah, I haven't had the phone for, I don't know, 10 years. I don't know. Games are good. Games are good. Okay. Let's try again. I was a bit surprised by getting knocked out, but okay, so Pythagoras is lower. Kyle Field is lower. It's funny it does these same first couple ones. Aleppo, I'm going to say higher. Yes, much higher. Kit Kat, I'm going to say higher. I was wrong. People search Aleppo more than Kit Kat. That does my head in. Okay, let's try another one. Pythagoras is lower. So the first three are gimmies. All right. Rapid eye movement, I'm going to say, is higher. Holy shit. Only just. Kenny Rogers is higher. Yes, much higher. Builder, I'm going to say higher. Oh, fuck off. Really? All right. So that's enough of that. Another game. Guess the price. Can you guess the price of these popular items? Okay. Let's have a look. And I'm going to fail this one really badly. Okay, so that's an Xbox over 500. Oh, it crashed. Oh, that's a struggle. No, okay, that one just crashed. So much for that. It didn't want to globe game. Oh, test my geographical knowledge. Well, that's going to be shit. I am not good with geography, but let's have this is something to do before bedtime. Global. Okay, so what's it saying? Mystery country. Guess it using the fewest number of guesses. Each incorrect guess will appear on the globe with the color, how close it is to mystery color. The hotter the color, closest you are. Mystery company is Japan. Okay, yeah, okay. South Korea is closest. New mystery country. Click the globe to play. I don't know. Let's say Nepal. Closest Nepal. Closest border, 8,000 kilometers. Russia. About the same. Russia is warmer. 5,000 kilometers. So Nepal, 8,000. So it's over here somewhere. I'm going to say Spain. Spain is cooler. So it's the other way. North Korea. Korea is warmer. So it's like, what? It's somewhere here? What's there? See, my geography knowledge is shit. And also my sense of scale is shit. It's not over there. What's in there? No, it's not South Korea. It's not Mexico. Mongolia? Is that a country? Let's put Mongolia. Is cooler. Russia is 5,900. Oh, it's over here. The United States? So they're all like the same distance. It's like here? I don't get this at all. It's got to be like here, but that's Canada. It's not Canada. What does it say if I put Canada in? Canada's cooler? Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What's this? Oh, that's USA. So it's got to be here somewhere. It's just fucking empty ocean, though. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Your VCE geography? Through Greenland. It's asking, we just have to guess a country. And it's about the same distance from like Russia and the United States, but Canada's further away, which suggests to me it's somewhere here. Because it's also further away from Spain. All right, a few people were saying Greenland. Greenland is a territory, not a country. Iceland is cooler. Okay. So it's not here. It is not here. It's fucking here. Like it's 5,000 kilometers from the US, 5,000 kilometers from Russia. So it's fucking here somewhere. Trying Australia. Let's do that. Australia's warmer. How far is it from Australia? Okay, it's only 6. So it's somewhere here. It's somewhere here. Indonesia? Cooler. Indonesia is 1,660. So it's equidistant. So it's somewhere near here. New Zealand is cooler. Okay. So it's closer to Australia than it is to Indonesia. What the fuck is it? Oh god, is it like one of the little island nations? Palau is cooler. Oh, Palau's all the way over there. I'm not really enjoying this. Does it know PNG? Okay, it's closer to PNG. It's one of these fucking island things here. It's 350. Who knows the Micronesia? Is cooler. Okay, it's all the way over there. So what the fuck is just next to PNG? Fiji, Solomon Islands. Yeah, it is frustrating to watch. Let's do Fiji. Cooler, Solomon Islands. The mystery country is Solomon Islands. Took us 16 guesses. Jesus. You're loving it? So kudos to you. I think you were the first one to say Solomon Islands, Safa. There's Mrs. Angry telling me she's going to bed. Oh, Abigail texting me PNG. Okay. Well, that is called global, Globle, global game. Oh, God. It is sleepy, Bobert. I'm going to put some of this liqueur on the ice to flavour the orange peel for Mrs. Angry's hot chocolate in the morning. Damn. So, yeah, good job. I think you win that one, Safa. I think you're the first one to say Solomon Islands. Yeah, it's eat the cherry time. I'm going to stir this. All right, more games next stream. We'll do that. See you next Thursday. What I'm watching? Good question. I don't actually know. There's a new series on Max called Duster that I'm interested in. It's like 70s crime thing. They're doing that one episode a week, and the first episode's out. Might watch that. But on top of that, I don't know what else. Yes. Go. What are the top-rated porn sites? Next stream, I can watch things on the porn sites and rate them. I forgot there was a porn site called X Hamster. That is such a dodgy fucking name for a porn site. Banned by fire, breaking rules. Oh, nice. Okay. Is Max any good? Does it crash? I wouldn't expect it to. After party. We can do an after party and rate porn sites. It was actually the last two cherries in the jar. Porn site called Motherless. Yeah, sounds like a fringe one. Just that X Hamster was in the top 50 global sites. Anyway, I'm going to bed, y'all. Have a good time. See you another time, but bye.
You are totally fucked!